This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com. Just finished watching and recording the International Hall of Fame, Wrestling Hall of Fame Awards ceremony here in Albany, New York. The main highlights of it for me was Harley Race getting inducted. I really like Justin Race and his mother. I posted interviews I did with them today. Justin's speech to get Harley into the Hall of Fame was my favorite speech. Always nice seeing people like Dan Severn, Tito Santana, obviously Tony Atlas. I may still catch up with Tony tonight. I don't know. Godfather is a great guy, one of the nicest people in wrestling. He told me a crazy story about a horrible rib the Nasty Boys played on him, which might be the worst and most disgusting rib I've ever played on anyone. Am I surprised by it? No, but I'm not going to say it at this time out of respect for the Godfather. The Godfather, why I was bringing him up was they called him up at one point to do a promo competition with a local independent guy who he just destroyed, but they put him on the spot to do this thing that was kind of ridiculous, and he killed it, which just goes to show you he's a true legend, without a doubt, and has the look of a wrestler and has the mystique and personality of a wrestler. In other news, I didn't see the AEW pay-per-view. From the reports I've read and the feel from people I've talked to here at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame that have seen it, people really hated overall the Bryan Danielson end. I mean, he isn't retiring, so the people that are all sad that he's retiring, he's just going to a part-time schedule according to pretty much all sources. And it really was quite a short reign with the title. I have nothing against Bryan Danielson. I'm actually proud that I lived in the same room that he lived in England after him, they told me. So I was actually kind of proud of that. I respect him and everything, respect his technical ability. I still say Harry Smith is a better technical wrestler. But overall, that was not like the finish of that match. As far as Rico Constantino returning, I did the first interview like 4 or 5 years ago with Rico, since he had disappeared for a long time, and it's great to see that he's going to get a chance, because John Paz did an interview with him too. He was not paid much in WWE. He wasn't paid much at all. So as much as it seems stupid that AEW isn't using half of their talent, most of them don't deserve contracts there. A lot of them. Not going to say most, but a good majority of them do not deserve the money that they're making there. Rico, even if he hardly works in AEW, he didn't get paid enough in WWE. So I'm happy to see that he has a job. And I guess the only one to add to Maximum Male Models now is Rick Martel, or whatever the hell they call themselves in AEW. I mean, they seem like good characters, those guys. So good for them. They put out a good effort. In other news, Jimmy Jacobs has apparently quit AEW. I've met Jimmy Jacobs before. Seems like a fairly nice guy. Apparently the travel schedule was too much for him. There's 2 shows a week, so I don't know how much he was getting paid, but it's his prerogative. When I met him, he was working. I don't even know if that's true, because when I met him, he was doing a CWE Canada tour, which I can't imagine he would have been being paid that much. And he was wrestling every night in front of sometimes very low crowds, sometimes decent crowds, and traveling across Canada. So how traveling in AEW be an issue? I don't know if I buy that. A wrestling legend came out of the closet, according to reports. Kendo Nagasaki, who was really over in England, and is a name a lot of people are familiar with. He's now come out of the closet. I mean, not that there's anything to that other than them coming out of the closet, because in wrestling, if you open your eyes, it's very diverse in more than one way.